I'm fuming. Liverpool win again, another 90th minute winner, and I just knew it was going to happen as soon as they went 1-0 down and that red card happened. I thought, oh, we're going to be here in the 90th minute and someone's going to score a great goal and they're going to win 2-1 because they're so clutch at the moment. It's so annoying, and at the end of the day, football is a results-based business. Even if Liverpool aren't at their best, if they are getting these 90th minute winners, if they are getting the 3 points, they're getting the results. They are in a title race. The best teams win when they're not at their best. The best teams find ways to nick 3 points. And that is Liverpool at the moment, because sometimes you look at Manchester City and you look at Arsenal and they control games a lot more. And Man City have controlled probably games better this season than Liverpool. But Man City aren't getting the 3 points and Liverpool are. And that's because Liverpool just have that quality. Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world. Van Dijk is just top tier incredible. They've got players like Trent that can produce a ball out of nothing. Harvey Elliott's got that special quality in him that we're going to talk about in today's video. They've got a great manager in Klopp, who I think he got his subs spot on. I think the retention and control was so much better once he actually brought in Jones and Elliott, who are two Liverpool players that got a lot of stick. They've got Mohamed Salah that could have a bad game, but he's got a goal and assist in him. When you've got Salah, Van Dijk, Alisson, probably the best in the world in their positions. When you've got players with the quality of Szoboszlai and the quality of Harvey Elliott, who I think has always been a good player at age 20. Even people like Gakpo's got quality in him, Diaz, Jota, that you can win games. And that's what Liverpool's doing at the moment. Even if it's not pretty, they're winning the games. And that's the most important thing. And it's so infuriating because I knew as soon as it was 1-1, they were going to win 2-1. They're so relentless that when Liverpool go 1-0 down, I still sit there going, I just know they're going to win. I just know they're going to get the 3 points. And a lot of people are saying they were lucky with the yellow, the ref, all of that. But at the end of the day, it's a second yellow card offence. I think it's soft. I think that if I was the ref, I wouldn't have sent off the Palace guy. But you can get a yellow card for that. And how many times have Liverpool got some soft sending offs early in the season as well? So as much as I'd like to be like, oh, Liverpool is so lucky, it's the refs. Like, at the end of the day, Liverpool have been shafted this season. And it all balances out. Sometimes you get lucky with refs, sometimes you don't. And I can see why it was given as a second yellow. It's not like a blatant robbery or anything like that. But I want to talk about Harvey Elliott, just how brilliant his goal was, how good he's been as well. I want to talk about Alisson. I thought they were the two standout players. I think Curtis Jones helped with ball retention and stuff. I want to talk about Klopp's tactics. And it just annoys me that you can never write off Liverpool because they have that quality. It's so annoying. They've got good tactics, but they've got these different makers. There's those difference makers in the team. Salah is a difference maker, the best right winger in the world. Van Dijk on his day, best centre back in the world. Alisson, best goalkeeper in the world. When you've got players of that experience, that quality, you can never write them off. Trent could just make a killer pass, and Liverpool could do nothing. But you just need one good Trent pass, one good Salah goal. Boom, Liverpool win the game, and you can't win them off. And people will say it, they didn't play great. Liverpool aren't the most convincing, but to be honest, Arsenal have got a lot of wins this season where they haven't been the most convincing. If you get the wins, if you get the 3 points, that irritatingly is the most important thing. Now, let's talk about Harvey Elliott, because I actually think he saved Liverpool today. And I think at 20 years of age, he's actually a brilliant talent. Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott have got a lot of stick. I've always been really positive about Harvey Elliott, especially because of his age. I said Curtis Jones, I'm not quite sure, but I think he's an all right player. But I've always sort of said as a rival, I think Harvey Elliott is a good player and stuff. And I think he was brilliant for Liverpool. If he can start games like he comes off the bench, he will be a top guy, because he comes off the bench a lot for Liverpool and he's brilliant. But when he starts, he's just not quite as good. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of Garnacho, although Garnacho's been brilliant his last few starts, where if Garnacho comes off the bench, he's brilliant for United, he makes an impact. But sometimes when he starts, he's a bit iffy. And I think that's because Garnacho's 19, Harvey Elliott's 20. They're still really young. They're still learning. But there's no doubt in my mind there's a good player in Harvey Elliott, because Liverpool was struggling to break down the low block today. And what is Harvey Elliott good at? Breaking down low blocks. Harvey Elliott's strength is that he's a player that's very good between the lines, very good in the final third. He's happy to run at defenders. He's happy to play between the lines. He can break the lines, which means that when it comes down to breaking the low block, Harvey Elliott coming on with his energy, ability to play between the lines, break the lines, run at defenders, gives Palace something different to think about. It made it a lot harder for Palace. And he can come on and he can dictate attacks. And at 20 years of age, to be mature and be able to dictate attacks and have a profile that's very, very unique is a very special quality for Liverpool. He's mentally pretty good for his age as well, but he knows how to face the low blocks. And he's got that ball striking ability, which we saw today with that brilliant goal. I'm not going to pass, I'm going to shoot, bosh. And in those key moments, he's like boosh. He's got that ability to strike the ball, play between the line. He's got a lot of good technical qualities that if Harvey Elliott is moulded properly, you just know he's going to be an absolutely elite player. And his game stats today kind of said it all, kind of summed it up completely. It was brilliant for Liverpool, and it's so annoying because I just wanted you to bloody lose. why can't they drop points? And they keep winning, and they've got such good depth because they've got Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Endo, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones. They've got so many names. Thiago's in, Beatic. They might even be bringing someone else in attack. They've actually got pretty good depth. And I think what Elliott did was he helped restore the balance in Liverpool's midfield, because I thought Liverpool's midfield was really poor today. I've rated Szoboszlai, but I thought he was crap today. I think it lacked the balance. I thought Gravenberch was okay, but I think the midfield was poor in general. I don't think Trent kind of worked in midfield very well today. And it was Liverpool really struggling to, I think, get control of the game. They were going a bit too direct with the ball. They were lacking that bit of control. And Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones came on, and all of a sudden Liverpool sort of could retain the ball a lot better. And they started, I think, because they could retain the ball a lot better because of the addition of the two subs, because they were in better control of the ball because of the addition of two subs. It was easier for them to create chances, especially with Harvey Elliott making those runs. And I think with Harvey Elliott, he likes to take on his man, and they think they lacked that sort of player that wants to take someone on and do a bit of combination play. And when they had a bit more control, we saw Liverpool utilise the width more. We saw Liverpool making some runs at players, doing a bit more combination. We saw Liverpool play generally better football, whereas there was points, particularly in that first half, where it was a mess for Liverpool as well. And I think they started to use the width more as well, particularly in that second half. And I think that opened up Palace more. Obviously, Palace had 10 men, which particularly helped Palace. But basically, instead of going direct, Elliott and Jones offered them sort of retention. So they could be direct, but they could also retain the ball. Because if they were going direct, they were struggling to break down Palace. They were struggling to keep the ball. And then that gave Palace the ball. And that's what I think made Liverpool look particularly poor today. I actually want to say that Joe Gomez, I think, had a good game. I thought when Palace went down to 10 men, he was very good for Liverpool. He helped hold the width and stuff like that. And I was generally impressed by Joe Gomez as well. Van Dijk had a good game. Alisson had a fantastic game. We'll get into Alisson in a second. But I think Klopp managed that well. I think the subs were brilliant. I think Curtis Jones got the assist. Elliott got the goal. They were the difference makers. And Harvey Elliott coming on won them the game. And he offered so much quality off the bench. I think players like Szoboszlai and Nunes are the very good players, were poor today. Whereas players that have got a lot of stick, like Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones, I thought were particularly good, particularly Harvey Elliott. And it's so annoying because if Liverpool keep winning these games like this, you just kind of know, okay, they're going to win the league. The red card massively helped them. The subs helped them, but it's just like balancing out. And I'm like, oh, they're going to win the league. And when you have a player like Alisson, who's the best shot stopper in the world, is the best keeper in the world, and hands down was arguably, you could say, Liverpool's best player. Harvey Elliott came off the bench and was game-changing. It's so frustrating because Alisson is going to go down as a Premier League great. Like, I will say this as a rival. No one comes close to Alisson at the moment. Every now and then there's a few assists, but he's going to go down as a Premier League great. He's got that's something about him, that quality. And someone else that's got something about him is Mo Salah. 150 Premier League goals, 200 for Liverpool. Mo Salah gets a lot of stick because I think sometimes when he scores an assist, he doesn't quite have the best game. And sometimes he can have those games, but he doesn't do a lot for Liverpool. He's not got like that thing that Hazard has. But I feel like he's so underrated because to be putting up these numbers, that is in that category of Thierry Henry, Harry Kane, Alan Shearer, and look, fewest appearances to reach 150 goals. It's only 4 ahead of him, and he's a winger. I mean, technically he's like an inside forward, but yeah, Mo Salah's just crazy, man. I mean, like, he had a bit of a quiet game, and then he just gets that goal and assist, like, boom. Someone that can just get that goal, get that assist, they win you games. He's just so clutch, and he's going to go down as one of the best players in Premier League history. It kills me to say this. I think he's an absolute unbelievable player, and some people don't like him because he's not quite as good on the ball as like a Messi or a Hazard or stuff. But at the end of the day, you want a player that's going to win you games. And Mo Salah's that guy that wins games. He's won Liverpool these league titles. He's clutch. 1 goal, 1 assist. When it counts for Salah, and he makes it happen. And he's an absolutely unbelievable player. And I think that's what Liverpool have. They're not at the best at the moment. They're not perfect at the moment. But they've got Salah. They've got Alisson. They've got Van Dijk. They've got all those sort of really good clutch players that even though Liverpool might not be at their best or near their best, they've got the quality to win them games. I think Arsenal control games better. I think City control games better, but they've just got that quality in the team. And I think that is what makes the difference. It's just so infuriating because there'll be some Liverpool fans that are being negative, but you're top of the league. You're 37 points. You're top of the league. Like, what is there to complain about? Top of the league. Yes, it might not be the most perfect win, but you're cursed at 12:30 kickoffs. You're winning when you're not playing your best. You're getting clutch winners. Like, I hate to say this, but it's Liverpool season, and it kills me. Please, Man United beat Bournemouth because kickoff is in 2 minutes. See you next time. Bye.